When I first started running, the idea of doing 42 kilometers straight genuinely sounded impossible to me. I would go out for 30 minutes or I try to do 5 kilometers straight and I could never finish. Today, I want to share the 3 biggest things I've learned about marathon training, but not about running. They're actually about life. I don't know how I became that person that runs marathons, but right now I am training for my 4th one. My name's Ange. I am a movement coach and a runner from St. John's, Newfoundland. So the first one is the power of starting small. Change doesn't happen overnight. The all-in approach that I was doing just was not sustainable or working for me, and it would ultimately just lead me to failure. What actually works is starting small. In running, that looked like jogging for a few minutes, then walking for a few minutes, and then gradually building up my distances and my paces. And I've actually been able to apply that to so many aspects of my life. At university, starting small meant studying for one chapter at a time instead of cramming everything all at once. And when I wanted to eat healthier, it started with a balanced breakfast instead of trying to overhaul my entire diet all at once. Over time, these small changes eventually lead to something way bigger. The second thing is you have to go slow to go fast. Okay, I know this sounds backwards, but running slowly actually makes you faster. Easy runs, pacing yourself, and taking days off actually give your body the rest to get stronger. I think there's a narrative in society that says if you take time off, you're lazy. If you stop going, then you're a quitter. And because of this, I used to think that taking time off or taking rest days meant that I wasn't strong enough to do the hard things. But marathon training has actually taught me that it's the exact opposite. The harder I push myself, the more my body needs to rest. And when you think about it, if you weren't working hard, you wouldn't have to take time off to rest, would you? And I think that applies to all facets of life. Give yourself permission to slow down. No matter what your goal is or what you're setting out to achieve, it's okay to go slow. And the third one, comparison is the thief of joy. There are so many days where I compare myself to other people. I'll think, I'm not as fast as those other girls, my body doesn't look like that, and much more and much worse. But through my training, I've realized that when I'm unhappy about who I am as a runner, it's never because of my pace or my body. It's because I'm comparing my pace or my body to other people. If you take the comparison out of the equation, your default state is peace. So that's where I'm actually trying to land right now. I'm working to rewire my brain so that I'm happy with who I am and not who I'm not. I've realized that life feels a lot lighter in work, in friendships, and everywhere in between when you stop comparing yourself to others and start enjoying your own journey.